It's an art to be able to be consistent. Have I reached it yet? Is it, what's the word? Is it easy, or have I mastered the art of being consistent? No. Am I almost there? No. Am I closer than I was yesterday? Yes. That's what matters. Before we get into it, let's become an at-home barista. One of my favorite parts. One thing about it, baby, we are going to turn into an at-home barista. This is consistency. You want to talk about being consistent? Being an at-home barista, I am very consistent in this area of my life. I turn into an at-home barista at least once a day. We are officially an at-home barista. Today's drink of choice is going to be a blueberry iced tea. I'm excited because I have not made this yet, so we're going to see how good she actually is. Consistency. What a word. Okay, she smells delicious. Absolutely delicious. A blueberry iced tea. It's time to pour her up. Let's get us a cute little straw. We got a cute little ice cream cone. I probably should have saved this for a drink that is more ice creamy, but it's okay. Let's try her. You know what? I didn't know. I just didn't. I did not know. I didn't know. I did not know. But honestly, who would have knew? Who would have knew? That it's good. It's just good. Alright, that was short-lived but fun. From the time that we clock in to the time that we clock out, it's about 30 seconds, and I'm not mad at that. That's a short-lived clock in, clock out, but it's a good-lived clock in, clock out. Consistency. What is your relationship like with being consistent? Consistency. At this point, I'm not even saying the word right because it's so hard to say over and over and over. It's kind of like a tongue twister. Are you consistent? Are you consistent? I can be. Let's see what the definition of being consistent means. I need to get some cute little reading glasses. Even though I wear contacts, I think reading glasses would be cute. Being consistent means being in agreement, unchanging, or dependable in belief or behavior. I feel like for me personally, I am consistent in different areas of my life, and my level of consistency varies on what part of my life we are talking about. Now, when it comes to being a wife, I feel like I'm consistent. I feel like I do my duties. I feel like I'm lovable. I feel like I'm approachable. I feel like I do a great job with being consistent. I'm not this way one day, then this way the next day, then this way one day, and this day the next day. I'm pretty consistent across the board when it comes down to being a wife. Perfect? No. Killing it? Possibly. But perfect? No. So I would say I do pretty good when it comes down to being a wife. Being a mother. Now, don't get me wrong, I am consistent in the way I take care of my kids. I make sure I nurture them. I make sure I take care of them. I make sure they're killing it. I make sure all the things. I feel like when it comes to my kids, I'm pretty consistent. They know what they're going to get from mommy. Especially my daughter. Like, she knows answers before she even comes to me. For example, I don't know why kids love to take clothes off their dolls. If anyone else's kid do that, please let me know in the comments. I know kids do that because I have nieces and nephews, and I've seen kids over the years taking clothes and stuff off of dolls. Why? They're trying to change the outfits. They want these clothes to be on this doll, and then these clothes that this doll got to be on this doll. They just love to do the switcheroo. And my daughter, my girl, she's a fashionista, okay? My girl get herself dressed and ready in the mornings, okay? And if I take something out for her to wear and she don't like it, she'll say, Mommy, can I wear this? And it'll be cute. She's only 4. She's killing it. She's killing it. For example, when it comes down to the dolls, because I don't like when she takes the clothes off and change them, because I'm like, baby, you're going to lose them. My daughter will come up to me and be like, Mommy, I can't take her clothes off and switch it with her clothes. And I'm like, you know the answer. Like, she doesn't come up to me and say, Mommy, can I take her clothes off and switch it with her? She'll come up to me and say, Mom, I can't take her clothes off and switch it with her, because she know I'm pretty consistent when it comes down to taking the doll's clothes off and switching her clothes with another doll. Mommy doesn't really care for that, because the dolls be naked, the clothes be all over the floor. I feel like when it comes to parenting, my kids pretty much know Mommy's going to be consistent in most areas. Routine, daily routine. I think I'm pretty consistent. I might be a pretty consistent person. Now I'm thinking about it and going over different areas of my life, I might be pretty consistent. Now, this is 2025 me. This is not 2024 me. 2024 me is gone. We're talking about 2025 me. January and February, what I have been bringing to the table so far. And I have been pretty consistent this year now I'm thinking of it. When it comes down to my daily routine, I have been very consistent. I pretty much do the same thing every day. Go Get Ready With Me video. If you haven't, go watch it. It's on the YouTube Shorts and also on TikTok. I record my daily life and then I become a barista. I record all of that and I post all of that. Very consistent. I've been doing that since January. Very consistent. My nighttime routine, very consistent. The kids, they already know. I'm like, okay, hey you guys, it's 8 o'clock. They know exactly what that means. It's time to go upstairs, take our clothes off, get in the tub, use the bathroom. We're going to get together, we're going to pray, we're going to pick a movie, then it's time to lay down. They literally know the steps every day of what our nighttime routine is. They know that, it's routine. I'm consistent in those areas. Wow. Now that I think about it, I am pretty consistent. Perfect? No. And I do slack sometimes. As far as being consistent as routine and saying, okay, well, I don't care, it's Tuesday today, I'm not going to do such and such. I don't do that. I still stick by the things I need to do, whether I get them done later than what I usually would do or not, I'm still going to get them done. Working, again, I am a content creator. I don't know if I should be saying aspiring content creator. I get confused if I should say inspiring content creator or just content creator because, no, I'm gonna say content creator because I create the content and post it. Now whether people watch and all that stuff, that's out of my control. I know that takes time, but at the end of the day, when it comes down to creating the content, editing, posting, all those things, I'm getting that done. So I will go ahead and say I am a content creator. So as far as work and being a content creator, I'm really consistent there. And I'm very surprised with myself. If I'm being honest, I'm very surprised with myself because consistency was not my middle name. I'm just proud of myself and how far I've come in a matter of almost 2 full months. Wow. I have become so much more consistent than what I was in the past. Consistency is very important though because it shows you and it shows others what they can expect. Someone who is inconsistent, I'm telling you, you just don't have the time for them because you don't know if 1 minute this is how they roll or if that's how they roll. They're just very inconsistent and you really just don't even want to bother or set plans with that person or be around that person, or like, I just don't know. You just don't really know what side you're going to get. So being inconsistent, that ain't it. It's just not. And I've been that girl and I see the difference from consistent Sarah and inconsistent Sarah, and it's just best to be consistent. People can hold you at your word, you can hold yourself at your word, and really you get more done. I'm gonna choose to be consistent. I'm gonna choose to be consistent over being inconsistent any day of the week. How do you guys feel about being consistent? Is it something that you have to work on? Is it something that you've perfected? Also, what do you guys feel it means to be consistent? Is it important to be consistent? I'm gonna go ahead and say yes. I feel like we all kind of know and understand the reasons on why we should be consistent. One of the things that has helped me to be consistent is forcing myself to do the things that I might not want to do in that moment. There are so many times where I don't want to be consistent, where I don't want to stick to routine, I don't want to do the things that I know I should be doing. But the thing that has helped me to be more consistent and stay consistent is forcing myself to do those things. In the end, I'd be like, wow, I'm so happy I made the decision to continue to do what it is that I need to do, because you feel better because you got it accomplished. I've also been on the other side where I didn't force myself to get up, I didn't force myself to be consistent, and I see that outcome, and then I forced myself to be consistent and I see that outcome. And I'm gonna choose that side. I'm gonna choose to force myself to be consistent every time, because the outcome of being consistent is so worth it. If you struggle with consistency, the best advice I can get you right now in this moment, because I've only been a few months of this Sarah, of this side, I know it sounds harsh a little bit. The best advice that I could give you on being consistent is to force yourself and to make yourself do it. I know that might sound a little harsh, but I'm telling you, forcing yourself to get up, to get the job done, making yourself get the job done, And you are just proud of yourself, like, wow, I really did that. And it makes you want to keep going further and further and further. I definitely suggest that in every part of our lives, let's be more consistent. Let us show others and show ourselves we mean business. Like, I said this, I'm sticking by it. I said this, I'm gonna stick beside it. Like, that's all we can do. Cheers to being more consistent in 2025. We got this. We got this. And this is delicious. Better than what I thought.